reached the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
The 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's a play fake. Now Vick gets it off to Freeman. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss right, Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13, Vick. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Ready, back 25. Got it. Hey, orbit.
Mike 50, huh? Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 20-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off around the 41. And now look at him go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing, Vic. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
36 power.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Bruce Carter.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Play action now, Vic. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Freeman again, a first down carry. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now it's Wilson, flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
14.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Penny. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They go play action now. Wilson flush to his right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week?
And the pressure gets to him again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you. Try.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 11 yards there, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Watch the
Simple, just start.
Play action. It's Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Wilson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45.
Go, 14.
Kill.
Good touch.
From the gun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Switch.
Alert. Hey, inside.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
50's the money. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
So here's Vic following the interception. He completes it to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So we reach half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Okay, just like that.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch twist.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He's airing it out for Sanu. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away. and brings up a fourth down decision.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
15, 14, 14, find it.
I smell fear in that offense.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Rashad Penny stays on his feet, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a first down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another try for Penny. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Check. 14. Hey, easy. Good.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got it.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Wide. Get wide. Out.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. There's Matt Bosher now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Let's go. Here we go. Good job right there. Watch one.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that down. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Turn the engine. Check. Watch 54. I got one. Go. Hey, watch that.
1st down, Vick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
I'm coming.
A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Freeman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Vick to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 26, check 26. Weapon. Hut, 55. Silver, set up. Check 55. Where'd it go? Check 55. Come on. Set, hut, screen. Set, hut, cover, set, go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
45. Line 90. Mike, 45. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Jump.
Now Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Mike 54.
Vick. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Now Michael Vick. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
Here's Vic. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Get that quarterback at all costs. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Ready? 54.
Vic to throw.
54.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Mike, 215. Alert.
Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Let's go, baby. Ready. Check 66. Put it high. 54. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He's coming, double up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
First throw in overtime here for Vic. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Ryan looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stubber.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Vick. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down now. It's Freeman. And an hell of a run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And in the yardage game here is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal is from in overtime.